watching Universal Groove. I have the Illusions here with us.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Very excited to have them here. I really want to start off by thanking Tony. Tony Medina from the Illusions gave me the opportunity to interview him. He was the first person to actually, do this. And it really led me to where I'm at now. I've interviewed a lot of musicians, DJs. It just really kind of kick-started, my little career here. So I definitely want to thank Tony for giving me that opportunity again and interviewing him.
And again, thank you for having us, man, and giving us another opportunity to be here with the whole band.
Hey, Tony's kicked off a lot of careers. Man.
Yeah, this is true.
Still trying to kick mine off, man.
Your time is coming, Tony. You got some good karma coming.
Yeah, so the Illusions again are just, one of those modern soul groups that has just kind of been hitting. Every single that they've released, everything that they've touched so far has just been really good, and it's sold off the shelves. And just the modern soul itself, I mean, they were, in my opinion, just kind of the founders of this sound. Tony has really taken this sound to the next level. Can you go into that, Tony, of just how you, bring up the Illusions and what your ideas were starting that group off?
Well, man, this idea goes way back, man, to when we were in a band called the Delirians, a reggae band, and I was living with Eric in the studio, and I probably wake him up a lot really early in the morning, bumping oldies, man, bumping records loud, full blast on Greenleaf and Uptown Whittier, and for everybody to hear. And that was just the music I loved, man. I've always loved that music. I did a little record set on the first interview of just some songs that I really love. And when we were playing reggae music, I wanted to bring that into the mix, mix the two worlds together. And eventually I just wanted to break off and do straight soul music, man. And I hit up Eric. I asked him, hey man, I want to put this band together. And I already knew the answer in my head, but I asked him, are you in? And, he said, hell yeah, I'm in, and, we started learning some songs. We created a set list of, songs to learn. And, we did this because, although we had songs written already, he and I, we did this to not only train ourselves, but all the other guys that we want to get into the band to play this style. And we felt like the way we wanted to do this, if we wanted to do this music right, we had to learn how to play the songs, of the time, of the music that we love listening to. And that's what we did. We learned, various songs, some people call it, everyone has their labels for the music, their title for what they want to call the genres: rare soul, classic soul, Motown soul. To me, man, it's just soul music.
Now, Eric, when you get this call from Tony, what's going through your mind when he's saying he wants to do, pure soul?
You know what? It's funny. I was just thinking about that because he was talking about it, and I probably have the text thread because he messaged me actually, and like I said, I live with Tony, and that's all those stories are true. Like, you wake me up with this shit blasting, you know what I mean? And you know what? He introduced me to a lot of cool music, man. I give Tony a lot of credit for that. He taught me a lot of. He'd come with these records and, hey, check out this song, man, and this is even when we were doing reggae music and rocksteady music, ska, whatever, he was listening to this shit, and I grew up in oldies too, and it was just diving deep into this music genre. So I knew that this was something he had to do in his life, you know what I mean? Put out this type of music. So when he messaged me, I seriously got goosebumps. I was like, dude, this something's happening, you know what I mean? It's going down now, you know what I mean? So it was something that was destined to happen, and I'm glad to be a part of it because like I said, I've seen him want to do this for a long time, and playing records and listening to his songs. This is a hidden passion for all of us, that we are finally able to really take a hold now. And yeah, and now a lot of the soul scene is popping right now, and it's just kind of the right time for everybody to really be really digging deep into this music. So it was something I felt destiny in a sense.
Yeah, and there's been a few singers that have been in this band, and a few singers that are in the band currently. And then, so when did you meet Atara, and what did you see in Atara, Tony, when you first heard her voice and seen her perform?
You know, I don't think I've ever shared this story with Atara, but I've thought about it constantly, especially since she's joined the band. I think it was maybe about 10 to 11 years ago in Ontario. You know, our reggae band, the Delirians, had just, you know, started playing better shows, and we were in, you know, we had just left the backyard stuff, and we started playing actual venues and stuff, and we were in Ontario. We played a gig. There was this band before us called Roots Collective, and I remember showing up, you know, watching them perform, and I see Atara on stage. I'm like, whoa, I've never heard a singer before. Like, you know, we've had singers in the band, but you know, we're all self-taught freaking backyard kids, you know, learning how to sing. But to actually hear somebody who knows how to sing was completely new to me. You know, I had my father who sang and all that, but to have someone, you know, within my age group and my same genre of music that I listened to him, I was just blown away to actually hear a really good singer performing live on stage. It was new to me. And later on, you know, we eventually crossed paths and started jamming together in other groups. And we had different singers. We started the Illusions with Nira in the band. Eventually, you know, she took off and went solo and putting out a great record also. And, you know, that's when we took the opportunity, let's hit up Atara. Like, that's who we gotta get in this band. I hit up Atara, and I don't know, you wanna share from there?
Oh, well, Tony hit me up last year, and he was just like, hey, you know, we got a little live we're doing. He sent me some music. I went over the music, and I too grew up on oldies music, so I was like, okay, this is right up my alley. And we got together, we did a rehearsal, and it was a good rehearsal, and they were like, well, they presented to me the idea of singing lead for the group, and I was like, okay. I'm all the way down. Like, I've known, like Tony said, I've known, and Eric too, I've known them for years. And playing with these guys and seeing what they can do, seeing what they're capable of, it was kind of a no-brainer for me. I've always wanted to work with them exclusively, but I was always kind of all over the place with different groups, kind of basically backing up a lot of different groups, which is why coming on with the Illusions in a more front role was something a little different, but it was kind of a no-brainer because I had already seen what these guys were capable of. I knew what they were about, and we worked well together. And that's pretty much where it went from there. And now here we are today.
I mean, hearing Atara sing, like, for the first rehearsal with us, it was just like exactly that no-brainer.
I think this fool cried.
I think I cried. I said it too. I was like, might have been the Jameson. I'm not sure. but
I don't remember no Jameson at that first rehearsal, but okay.
No, but I'll tell you, she's born to sing this music. I was like, definitely one of the best.
It felt natural. It felt organic.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like we were trying really hard. It was just, we were just doing what we're good at doing. And like I said, we all kind of grew up with oldies, and yeah, I was doing reggae music, so I met them doing reggae music, but when it came down to oldies music, it was a whole nother game. Like, it was totally different. So it just felt really natural for me after that first rehearsal, and it was natural just to stay on. We've been writing since. It's been a really good vibe.
Going back to what I was saying, you know, it had always been a dream of everyone in the bands to perform with Atara, you know, like she said, exclusively, and to have her as a lead singer. And when I told everybody, hey guys, you know, Atara's gonna come down and sing with us, everyone was like, what? You got Atara? What? Really? This is really gonna happen? And everyone was excited, you know. Everybody came to rehearsal well prepared this time, you know. Everybody was on top of their game because, you know, we had to step it up. If we're gonna perform with someone on Atara's level, we had to move up to the next level too, and we had to step up our game as well. And so that gave us the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, what does it feel like when you see, you know, everyone kind of like wearing like their ties a little bit tighter, Atara, you know, like, you know, the drums are just a little bit more straightened out when you walk in, and what is like going through your mind? Like, man, like these guys, you know, they really want me to be here. I mean, that's got to be a good feeling, right?
It's a great feeling, but to be honest with you, when I came to that rehearsal, I was of that exact same mindset. I was like, well, I'm going into this rehearsal working with these professionals. I gotta come in here. I was over here doing vocal exercise. I don't ever do vocal exercise.
Wow.
I'm doing vocal exercises. You know, I was listening to the music that Tony and Eric had picked out for me, and I was like, man, this music it's not easy. I was like, I gotta be ready. You know, I can't come into this rehearsal like I'm some amateur. I gotta be ready. So it's funny to hear that they were, you know, they had, like you said, they were all playing a little straighter, you know, they had ties a little tighter. Because for me, it was the same exact thing. I wanted to come and take it seriously and do my best that I could do. Like, I never had an idea like, oh, they better have it together. They better be ready. They playing with a guitar. No, I was like, you know what? You know, I know what these guys are capable of. I don't want to come out there slipping. I don't want to be slacking next to these professional musicians who are so ready for me.
Yeah, what songs did you guys kind of kick off the relationship with, and how many songs did you guys have?
I think we sent her like our like kind of a set list we had going.
Yeah.
And Tony had picked out a bunch of great favorites, and we just sent her all, like, you know, maybe like 10, 12 songs.
I want to say, I was like, yeah.
And she came in and we went at it. Boom, like, whoa, god damn. Play the next song. Like,
I was
oh,
ready.
shit, you know?
I was ready.
But I feel like that's what kind of like ignited the recording for Where Did He Come From. It's like, just right from the get-go when we heard her sing that song, I was like, Tony, we gotta record this song, man. Like, you gotta do this song. Like, she just killed it from the get-go. Like, it's just right from the beginning. So yeah, it was maybe like 10 or 12 songs. We still have some of those songs in the repertoire right now.
There's about 10 songs.
There's a rendition of the Sunday Williams song, Where Did He Come From?
Yeah.
And I heard that there's a myth that this was a one take, like one hitter quitter on the take on this. Is that true in the studio, that it was a one take?
Yeah, it was like, I mean, I set everything up to record. She comes in, and like, I've recorded a lot of singers before, you know what I mean? And like, usually it's a process, you know what I mean? And so me and Tony are there, everything's set up. We're thinking, all right, we're gonna have a few hours working on this song. You know what I mean? You know, she comes in, hit record, Sheen's rolling, and it's just like, she just kills it that first take. And me and Tony look at each other and we're just like, oh, like, you know, I don't know, man. Like, and she's just like, is that good? Is that cool? And she's like, that sounds great. I mean, I don't know. It just, that first take was just so wonderful. And she did record like a second take, but we ended up going with like the first one because it was just so gold. You know what I mean? It was just, I don't know. It's just, it had everything we wanted. It had the soul and the feel and everything, that whole touch to it. So it was a pretty like amazing experience for like me and Tony to be there, like witnessing just someone just knock it out, like, you know, grand slam in the first pitch, you know what I mean? That kind of feeling, you know?
Yes.
It was something like that. So, but yeah, we recorded it one more time. I was like, should we even record this song? Should we give it another take? I was like, all right, for fun, let's do
just
one more
for,
take.
you know what, just for shits again.
Yeah.
I think I cried that time.
What's going through your mind, Tony? I mean, this is a one take, you know, grand slam off the top. I mean, are you like, I'm a genius because I found Atara way back then? Like, this is it?
No, not at all, man. It just felt like a huge blessing, man. Like for all of us, you know, like we found something that works, you know, 15 plus years being a musician, and we finally found the way to make it work, you know. And so it was a sense of accomplishment, not just for me, but for the Illusions, as something bigger than ourselves, you know. I never really see things as, you know, it's me who put this together and this and that. No, it's the Illusions, and we all put this work in, and we all come up with the ideas on how to record the songs. You know, Eric, we're lucky to have Eric as the skillful engineer too, so we can record our own music. And everybody brings something big to the table, and that's how we're able to accomplish what we've accomplished so far.
I'm Atara, lead singer of The Illusions. I've been singing for about as long as I can remember. I would have these reoccurring dreams of me on a stage, and I would be surrounded by lights and people. Yeah, I remember my mom would play oldies on Saturday morning, early in the morning, and she would blast gospel music to the high heavens. I'm talking to the high heavens on Sundays. Now that I'm in my own element, I'm so excited. I'm beyond excited to share this record with you. Once in a Lifetime is for the lovers in 2021 and beyond.